unit of life. Okay, and 25 MCQs will be there and time given will be 25 minutes. तो ऐसा ही आप 9th B वालों को भी करना है. 9th B children, so for that what I want that 9th B children will tell me that is there any topic which you have not understood. So first of all what you do, put today's date in your notebook, 9th B children, and 9th A children will check it. Okay, put today's date and write down prepare the following topics for MCQ test. Write it everyone. Prepare the following topics for the MCQ test. Okay, MCQ test which will be on Friday, coming Friday. So what will be the date on coming Friday, children? That is next Friday.
Ma'am, 2 October.
Okay. So noted. Now write it. Number 1. So you note down number 1. The differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Differences between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. तो जितना अपन ने क्लास में डिस्कस किया है प्रोकैरियोटिक यूकैरियोटिक, उसका डायग्राम दोनों के पता होने चाहिए, बैक्टीरियल सेल और प्लांट सेल, एनिमल सेल. ओके, दीज 3 यू शुड रिमेंबर. इन द एमसीक्यू यू कैन गेट द डायग्राम्स आल्सो, और उन डायग्राम्स को कंपेयर करके कोई क्वेश्चंस ऐसा बेस्ड हो सकता है. So each and every diagram also you have to prepare related to your eukaryotic, prokaryotic. Now we come to the structure of the cell wall. Structure and function. Structure and function of cell wall. Noting children, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So structure and function of cell wall. Same way you write down structure and function of cell membrane. Cell membrane. So 9th, 8th children, are you all checking there that you have noted these things or not? Because previous period I have made you write. Okay. Then write down differences between cell organelles and inclusions. Cell organelles and cell inclusions. So do you want me to write, or you are able to write what I am saying, children? तो फिर हम present करके screen. Rishabh, should I write it? और it is okay, आप लिख पा रहे हैं?
4th point रिपीट कर दीजिए मैम.
Okay. So anyone will tell me what is the 4th one? Harish, can you repeat?
Differences between cell organelles and inclusions.
Write it. Cell organelles and cell inclusions.
I'm done.
Done? Okay. Then after that you write down the structure and function of chloroplast. Structure and function
Your voice
of
is not clear.
chloroplast. I'm repeating. Can you see my screen, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Got the screen now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Structure function of chloroplast. Okay, so when I say structure and function of chloroplast, remember children, study nicely the whole ultra structure. That is the what we have done. Are you remembering? Electron microscopic structure. What we have covered in all the organelles, electron microscopic structure. क्लोरोप्लास्ट में थोड़ा सा ध्यान कर लो, एक बार रिवाइज कर लो. We have done what are quantasomes, what are the granum, then what is stroma lamellae, then what is a thylakoid. All this should be known to everyone because MCQs में ये सारा कुछ पूछ सकते हैं. Then write down the next one, structure and function of you can write down like this only. Okay, structure and function of mitochondria. Okay, then next thing you will prepare nicely. The same way, structure and function of endoplasmic reticulum. You can write down, put in commas also. Endoplasmic
Ma'am, your voice is
reticulum,
not clear.
Golgi complex, nucleus. Note down, try to copy from the screen. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया के बाद आप लिख लीजिए एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम, then comma and then write down. उसके बाद स्ट्रक्चर और फंक्शन किसका करना है, दैट इज गोल्गी कॉम्प्लेक्स, and nucleus. What is a chromosome?
Also.
So the yeah, vacuoles also, yeah. So chromosome write down first. So what is that is chromosome में क्या पढ़ना है आपको, उसका structure, then you should know the number. Number means that how many chromosomes are present in the human body. Okay, then you have to study in that only chromosome की gene क्या चीज है. What is a gene? Okay, then you should remember in that only what is DNA. Okay, DNA. Then DNA का function. So all that, so chromosome structure तो जब पढ़ेंगे आप तो उसमें आपको chromatid cover होता है. Then your centromere you will understand. When this chromosome will be formed, all that you should know. Done everyone? And the last one, take up vacuoles. Okay, so vacuoles.
Lysosomes.
Yeah, which one?
Lysosomes.
No, no lysosomes, no ribosomes. Okay, so vacuoles, what you study in this also, the structure and the functions. Understood? So this is the syllabus for your MCQ test. Now out of this children, tell me the 9th B children as well as 9th A children, that is there any topic which I said just now which you want to be revised in the class?
And vacuole.
And vacuoles.
Vacuoles, ठीक है. And rest everything you will be able to prepare. अच्छा,
मैम
क्लोरोप्लास्ट जब आप लिख रहे हैं
Ma'am,
तो
and chromosomes.
remember you prepare with it plastids also.
मैम
अच्छा ठीक है, हम लोग क्रोमोसोम्स भी फिर से ले लेते हैं, plastids. Okay, you know plastids also, children. Okay, because in the plastid, anyone
मैम सेकंड
can
क्वेश्चन
anyone
कौन
tell
सा था?
what are the two types of plastid? Second
Chromoplast
वाला,
and leucoplast.
हाँ, very good. Okay, chromoplast and leucoplast. Okay, someone is asking the second question. Can anyone tell the second question?
Structure
Structure
and
and function of cell
function
wall.
of the cell wall.
Cell wall, correct. Structure and functions of cell wall. All have noted now. देखो अब क्लास में बहुत गैप हो जाता है, द डिसकंटिन्यूटी इज टू मच, तो इसलिए आज हम लोग पूरा समराइज कर रहे हैं, मतलब आपको इस चैप्टर से ये टॉपिक्स बनने ही चाहिए. Any question related to whether it is an MCQ form or 1 mark form, 2 mark, 3 mark or 5 mark form, the questions will be related to these topics only. So you have to thoroughly prepare these topics. All are
Ma'am,
understanding now? Yes, yes. Say.
ma'am, what is the difference between cell organelles and cell inclusions?
Okay. So I'm telling just now, children, the cell organelles, they are the membrane bound structures. Cell organelles. So those children who want to write, they can write down. Or I will say everyone should write down. Cell organelles क्या चीज है? So they are the membrane bound structures. They are membrane bound structures which perform important metabolic function. Important metabolic function. Important metabolic function. Now try to turn the pages, Kinjal. अपन ने स्टार्टिंग में सेल ऑर्गेनल्स की पूरी लिस्ट बनाई है. Can you all turn the pages when we discussed that what are the components of the cell? Can you all turn the pages if you are writing period wise what we are doing in the class, so you will have it in your notebook only in the beginning. Angel, can you tell me now what you have written? In the beginning classes we discussed that what are the components of the cell. Angel, मिला कि नहीं मिला?
Yes, ma'am.
You got it?
Yes, ma'am.
तो उसमें अपन ने सेल ऑर्गेनल्स डिस्कस किया था. तो what all cell organelles you have listed? Can you name them?
Mitochondria, plastids,
हाँ, okay.
Golgi complex,
हाँ, very good. Then
endoplasmic reticulum,
yes,
then lysosomes,
lysosomes.
yes, ma'am.
That's all. But
Cell wall.
ribosomes and ribosomes, nucleus is also there. Anyone else can tell
Ma'am, cell
what
membrane.
is missing there? Cell membrane तो अलग चीज है. Cell organelles हम पूछ रहे हैं.
Endoplasmic
I am
reticulum.
asking what. हाँ, endoplasmic reticulum तो she said. Endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi complex, mitochondria, plastids. Okay, and ribosomes, lysosomes, and nucleus. Remember, ये जितने भी आपने लिस्टिंग की है, they are the organelles. उसको अपन organelles बोल रहे हैं. Why you are calling them organelles? Because they are those structures which are performing some metabolic function. For example, now you can take up the mitochondria does what? Tell me quickly, जल्दी से बोलो what the mitochondria does.
Reduce energy.
प्रोड्यूस एनर्जी, लेकिन प्रोसेस का नाम बोला करो।
Respiration.
Oxidation.
हाँ,
Oxidation.
Oxidation.
ऑक्सीडेशन फूड। ओके, सो यू राइट डाउन माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया में क्या होता है, सेल्यूलर रेस्पिरेशन। ओके, सेल्यूलर respiration, that is only cellular respiration. And during this, what is happening during this?
And formation of
What you
glucose.
said just now.
Formation of
Formation
ATP.
नहीं, oxidation,
Oh, हाँ.
during which oxidation of food occurs. Food मतलब क्या, glucose. So you can write down in bracket glucose. Okay, oxidation of the glucose occurs, and then energy in the form of ATP is released. Okay, energy in the form of ATP is released. और you should say energy is in the form of, अपन को ये ध्यान रखना है कि energy is released which is stored in the form of ATP. Okay, so you can just clarify here. Energy is released. Okay, which is stored. Which is stored in the form of ATP. All have understood this much? एक function mitochondria में हो रहा है. Same way when you talk about lysosome, so what function is done in the lysosome? Can anyone tell quickly?
Intracellular digestion.
Digestion.
Yeah. Okay, intracellular digestion. Okay, and ribosomes, what function is done?
Synthesis of protein.
Whatever examples I have taken just now, you have understood कि उसके अंदर एक important metabolic process हो रहा है. उन सारे organelles के अंदर important metabolic process हो रहा है. तो ये सारे membrane bound structures है जिसमें कोई important metabolic process हो रहा है, कोई metabolic function चल रहा है, तो you are calling it as organelle. Now we'll take up the cell inclusion. So what is cell inclusion? So remember children, cell inclusions are those structures, वो भी membrane bound है, but so you can write down that they are also membrane bound, but ये सारे ही single membrane होंगे. Okay, they are single membrane bounded. You can specify here. They are single membrane bounded structures help in storage. Help in storage. Is it clear to everyone now? इधर पर कोई important ऐसा metabolic function नहीं होगा. उनका काम inclusions का क्या है? इनको अपन organelles को live बोलते हैं. They are the live structures. Okay, but inclusions are not considered as live structures. Is it very clear, children? Are you all noting the things?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Everyone, screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Yashika, speak up, Yashika.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
तो नोट कर पा रहे हो कि नहीं?
मैम कर पा रही हूँ.
हाँ, तो पूरा नोट करना है और डेट लिख के पूरा नोट होते जाना चाहिए. दिस इज फॉर एवरीवन चिल्ड्रेन. इतना अपन ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में कर रहे हैं और आप नोट नहीं करोगे तो कुछ नहीं समझ में आने वाला. ओके ऐसा मत सोचो, डोंट वेट फॉर द ऑफलाइन क्लासेस चिल्ड्रन। ओके जो भी है हमको अभी ही करना, आप बार बार पूछो, हम लोग बार बार ले लेंगे क्योंकि सिलेबस रिड्यूस हो गया है तो हम लोग को वो दिक्कत नहीं है ज्यादा। ओके एंड नाउ आई एम टेकिंग 2 पीरियड्स ऑल्सो, और कहीं टाइम मिलेगा तो आई टेक अप 1 more पीरियड, लेकिन कोशिश करो आपको समझ में आ जाए। इज इट क्लियर? यू कैनॉट लीव द थिंग्स एंड डोंट लीव द थिंग्स। यहाँ पूछो, नहीं समझ में आता बायोलॉजी ग्रुप में भी पूछो। इज इट क्लियर टू एवरीवन?
Yes, ma'am.
So everyone has understood that what is the difference between the cell organelle and inclusion? फर्क बस इतना है, वो लाइव हम बोल रहे हैं उनको, एक चीज बोल दिया हमने, दे मे बी सिंगल बाउंडेड और दे मे बी डबल मेम्ब्रेन बाउंडेड। ओके सिंगल मेम्ब्रेन बाउंडेड और डबल मेम्ब्रेन बाउंडेड एंड दे परफॉर्म स्पेसिफिक मेटाबॉलिक फंक्शन। लेकिन इंक्लूजन सारे ही सिंगल मेम्ब्रेन बाउंडेड होंगे। अब वो स्टोरेज स्ट्रक्चर्स है। तो एग्जाम्पल आप इसका ले लो, वैक्यूल्स। What is the example of it? So vacuoles are what?
Vacuoles.
Inclusions. Okay, vacuoles are inclusions. So vacuoles are of different types, children. Okay, they can be the gas vacuoles, they can be the food vacuoles, they can be the residual bodies, वो भी एक तरह के vacuole है। Are you understanding? Which contain some waste material which has to be removed out of the cell. Followed? They may
Ma'am,
contain the solid food, they may contain the liquid food, so that way they vary. लेकिन सबका काम क्या है? Storage. What is the common function of all?
ma'am,
Yes, yes. Say
Storage.
ma'am, is cytoplasm also an inclusion?
no. Cytoplasm will not take it as inclusion. It is a medium. Okay, it is a medium. It is a fluid which is filled inside the cell. It is filled inside the cell, in which all these organelles and inclusions are embedded. All cell organelles and inclusions are embedded in the cytoplasm. मतलब साइटोप्लाज्म में वो सब डूबे हुए हैं। इज इट वेरी क्लियर टू एवरीवन नाउ? देखो अच्छे से समझ लो सारी चीज, कुछ भी डाउट है सारे बच्चों को क्वेश्चंस पूछने ही हैं। Okay, if you don't understand, if you sit down, so then I will not understand that what you are following, what not you are following. So be active. Okay, freely, frankly पूछना है और यहाँ बात करना है। Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है। तो अब now individually also you can just think and tell me। अभी तो collective, अभी दो चीज बोली आप लोगों ने। एक तो आप वैक्यूल्स रिवाइज करना चाहते हो और एक रिवाइज करना क्या चाहते हो? क्रोमोसोम। ओके तो आई एम टेकिंग अप दैट।
Ma'am, chloroplast.
क्लोरोप्लास्ट।
Ma'am, what is the difference between chloroplast and mitochondria?
Now what is the difference between chloroplast और plastid? समझ जाओ। The plastid is the cell organelle. It is the cell organelle. Okay. Now what cell organelle? So try to understand which is having the pigments. Okay, cell organelle containing pigments. Containing pigments. Okay, it contains the pigments. Now pigments, when I say, तो pigments are of different types. अब किस तरह से, तो अब उसको types समझ लो। Okay, now what are the types of the pigments which can be colored or colorless? Are you all understanding, children, what I am saying? Plastid cell organelle है which contains the pigments. The pigments can be the colored ones or they can be the colorless ones. अब अगर colored pigments है, if the colored pigments are there, I'm just writing P. Okay, if colored pigments are there, so you will call it chromoplast. Chromoplast. Okay, and if the colorless pigments are there, colorless pigment, so then you will call it the leucoplast. अब डिफरेंस समझ लो, द क्रोमोप्लास्ट एक तरह का क्रोमोप्लास्ट जिसमें ग्रीन पिगमेंट है, ग्रीन पिगमेंट कंटेनिंग, ग्रीन पिगमेंट कंटेनिंग प्लास्टिड या क्रोमोप्लास्ट, अपन दोनों तरह से बोल सकते हैं, द ग्रीन पिगमेंट कंटेनिंग क्रोमोप्लास्ट or plastid is which one? The chloroplast. Did you get it? What is the difference between plastid and chloroplast? Children, did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
ठीक है, अब कोई हमको आंसर दो कि what is the difference between plastid and chloroplast. I want someone to say.
Chloroplast is a type of plastid.
बिल्कुल सही, क्लोरोप्लास्ट इज अ टाइप ऑफ प्लास्टिड. ठीक है, फर्दर व्हाट कैन यू से?
It is a green pigment plastid.
It is a green pigment containing plastid. ठीक है, बिल्कुल सही. What else you can tell?
It is a
It has
color.
chlorophyll inside it.
It has chlorophyll inside it. ठीक है, तो अब अगर रेड फ्लावर है तो रेड फ्लावर में रेड पिगमेंट है. If you see the carrot is orange in color. Okay, so that means it is also having some colored pigment. So that will be called as chromoplast. उसमें अलग तरह का chromoplast present है. Followed all of you all? So chloroplast is also chromoplast. Chloroplast is also
Chromoplast.
Plastid.
chromoplast. प्लास्टिड तो है, लेकिन किस तरह का प्लास्टिड है?
Chromoplast.
Chromoplast.
अंडरस्टूड एवरीवन? और ल्यूकोप्लास्ट में दे स्टोर, इनमें कोई कलरफुल पिगमेंट नहीं है. ओके, सो they do not have the colored pigments or they have the colorless pigments, you can say. So what it will be, they will help in storage of the food. ठीक है, तो they may contain starch, they may contain protein or they may contain oils.
Ma'am, potato.
Potato, no. The potato will have the particular cells, you can say these plastids. Okay, तो उसमें starch अगर है, those particular plastid, मतलब potato के सेल के अंदर, हाँ, that way you can say that potato अकेला मत बोलो, the plastids present in the potato will be the leucoplast, which will store what? The starch, which will store the
Starch.
starch. Understood everyone now? ठीक है, ऐसे ही अगर हम, हाँ, आपके मेज में भी, मेज ग्रेन में भी एक प्लास्टिड प्रेजेंट है which is storing the starch. Followed. अगर ऑयल सीड है तो ऑयल सीड के सेल के अंदर, फॉर एग्जाम्पल ऑयल सीड, यू टेक अप द ग्राउंड नट. ओके, ग्राउंडनट के सेल के अंदर एक प्लास्टिड प्रेजेंट है एंड दैट प्लास्टिड इज storing the oil. Okay, and that will be called as leucoplast. A leucoplast can be types in children. So that we are not going in detail. Everyone understood? So I'll take up quickly. The topics which you have said. Okay, for that Archna, what more you want to know? अच्छा, क्रोमोसोम का पार्ट आपको समझ में आया? क्रोमोसोम, व्हाट इज क्रोमोसोम? Who will tell me what is chromosome?
Condensed chromatin.
If I say condensed chromatin, very good. Shape बताइए, what you will say?
X.
हाँ,
Ma'am,
again,
spiral shape.
X.
नहीं,
Ma'am, rod shape.
हाँ, rod shaped. Okay, rod shaped it is. Now, what is the structure of it? Can you tell me the structure of it?
It has two chromatids and one centromere joining them.
Very good. बस इतना आपको याद रखना है that it is having the two chromatids joined at the centromere. Fine. Now it is made up of what? Further आप बताओ, what is it made up?
DNA.
DNA. Okay, the chemical compound which makes up those threads जिसके कंडेंस होने से क्रोमोसोम रॉड शेप्ड बना था, that is a DNA. That is DNA. Who will tell me quickly the full form of DNA?
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Deoxyribonucleic acid.
Ribonucleic acid. Correct. Okay. So it's 49 children. हम यहाँ start करते करते ही time हो रहा है. I should end up now. Isn't it? Because you have to attend the next class also, na? I also have to join the next class. It's taking too much time. Okay, तो प्लास्टिड बात समझ में आ गई, क्रोमोसोम समझ में आ गया. क्रोमोसोम में now what is a gene? Who will tell me quickly what is a gene? क्रोमोसोम से रिलेटेड ये क्वेश्चन भी है. What is a gene?
Genetic unit of DNA.
Children, I have received your answers and I find that you are not taking the things in detail. आप सिर्फ उतना ले रहे हो जो कि एक लेमन के लिए जानना काफी है, बट फॉर द बायोलॉजी स्टूडेंट दैट मच विल नॉट बी सफिशिएंट. ओके, तो जब आप जिस भी साइट पर जाते हो, जिस पर से भी आंसर्स लिखते हो ना, कोशिश करो कि हमने क्लास में क्या डिस्कस किया है. ओके, आई हैव गिवन वन क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज अ जीन. So everyone should write it is the smallest segment of the DNA. Okay, it is present. So DNA कहाँ present होता है, जल्दी से बता सकते हैं? Where is the DNA present?
Nucleus.
Nucleus. Very good. तो आपको ये बताना है कि it is the gene. It is the smallest segment of the DNA present inside the nucleus, and then you will further say that it is a hereditary material. It carries the information from one generation to the other. Is it very clear? अगर आप बोलोगे प्रेजेंट इन द सेल, तो फिर वो उतने में हम सिर्फ 2 मार्क्स में से सिर्फ आधा नंबर देंगे. Are you
Ma'am,
getting?
can you
I was
repeat
checking
what is
Aditi
gene?
Jain's answer, and so I got that answer only. तो याद रखो that it is the smallest segment of the DNA. It is smallest segment of the DNA. अच्छा, आपको क्या देखना था? माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया देखना था कि क्लोरोप्लास्ट ही देखना था?
मैम उनके बीच का डिफरेंस जानना था.
क्लोरोप्लास्ट और माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया,
यस
इन्हीं
मैम.
दोनों का डिफरेंस. हाँ, ठीक है. तो क्लोरोप्लास्ट तो आप समझ में आ गया हो कि वो तो प्लास्टिड है, बिल्कुल अलग है. ठीक है, क्लोरोप्लास्ट तो एक तरह का प्लास्टिड है. Okay, and mitochondria is totally different cell organelle which helps in cellular respiration. And this is the structure. Can you see my screen, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
तो ये माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया का स्ट्रक्चर है. माइटोकॉन्ड्रिया क्या है? इट इज अ सेपरेट, ये बिल्कुल अलग है, प्लास्टिड से बिल्कुल अलग. इट इज अनदर सेल ऑर्गेनल प्रेजेंट इन द साइटोप्लाज्म एंड इट्स स्ट्रक्चर इज आल्सो क्वाइट डिफरेंट. ये मेम्ब्रेन बाउंडेड, तो दो मेम्ब्रेन से तो बाउंडेड है, बट इट इज हैविंग दोस फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस व्हिच इज नोन एज क्रिस्टे. ओके, तो ये जो फिंगर लाइक प्रोजेक्शंस दिख रही हैं, क्रिस्टे है. फॉलो. अब नाउ यू कैन सी द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द, that is chloroplast. So you will find the chloroplast structure is this one. Okay, this is a plastid, but which particular plastid it is?
Chloroplast.
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 Okay, it is a chromoplast. Chloroplast is a chromoplast. I think there is no confusion, क्योंकि MCQ आएंगे तो confusion नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है, chloroplast is a chromoplast and chromoplast is a type of plastid. ओके, इसमें देखो स्ट्रक्चर देख लो, इसका ल्यूमेन है, मतलब कैविटी है. कैविटी के अंदर ये सैक लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स प्रेजेंट है, जिसको अपन थाइलाकॉइड बोलते थे. थाइलाकॉइड्स इंटरकनेक्टेड है बाय स्ट्रोमा लैमेले. ओके, और थाइलाकॉइड्स एक के ऊपर एक अरेंज है, एंड वो ग्रुप ऑफ थाइलाकॉइड्स व्हिच आर प्लेस्ड वन अबव द अदर, यू कॉल इट एज ग्रैनम. डन एवरीवन?
Yes, ma'am.
तो दोनों
Ma'am,
के
are they
फिगर
different function-wise?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. क्लोरोप्लास्ट इज डूइंग फोटोसिंथेसिस.
Ma'am,
Okay,
but
and
ultimately both are producing energy.
both are
Producing energy only.
no energy. That is producing the food, and that is producing the energy. Okay, mitochondria is producing the energy by oxidizing the food, and the chloroplast is synthesizing the food. तो दोनों में बहुत अंतर है. ठीक है, फॉलोड एवरीवन? वो फूड बनाता है और वो फूड को ऑक्सीडाइज करता है, फिर एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस करता है. इधर पर एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो रही है, तो यू हैव टू स्पेसिफिकली रिमेंबर द टू फंक्शंस. डन ना? अब इनडायरेक्टली आप बोलो, अल्टीमेटली बोलो, तो फूड से एनर्जी मिल रही है ना. बट व्हेन यू आर स्टडिंग इन डिटेल, आप जब बायोलॉजी पढ़ रहे हो, तो आप अगर ऐसा बोलोगे दोनों सेम फंक्शन करते, तो बिल्कुल ही गलत. इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm stopping the sharing, children, and we'll end up the class. We'll have to join the other class now. Okay, so we'll do Shanti part now. So 9th A and 9th B both will prepare for the test, the topics which I have given. And now if you have any doubt, you can write in the chat box. Okay, अब अभी तो नहीं, आप किसमें लिख देना, that is your WhatsApp group. Okay, the chatting can be done in that WhatsApp, and then you can clear all your doubts. I will be responding there. Okay, so Harish, you will have the test next Friday. Okay, and 9th A will have the test tomorrow. Done? Okay, so we'll do Shanti Path. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sai Ram, children, you can leave now.
Sarah, ma'am.